Hello everybody, this is TV Hub Official 1. Welcome to NXT for the week of the 13th of November 2014. Thursday nights as always on WWE Network. Here we go, this is the review. So to start off with, we get a recap of last week when Finn Balor and Hideo Itami basically cleared house on the Ascension. After Hideo Itami was continuously, week after week, being abused by the Ascension, and this is just a grand comeback. We start off with our first match of the night in the Full Sail University with Finn Balor in the ring looking mysterious as usual. He goes around and we get a lot of pumped crowd here. Commentator mentioning that this is basically the most anticipated new debut we've had in a very long time in the NXT, and that's saying a lot for the amount of debuts they have. So he says he's the future of NXT on the microphone, and quickly we get Tyson Kidd with Natalya coming out here, shouting his respects, basically how he's the best at Balor, and how he stands up. To stand up to Tyson Kidd, he's not really going to do it, is he? Then we get Justin Gabriel, who comes out and tells Balor you have to go through him and Kidd in order to make it in the NXT, and he's nothing compared to those two together. We can see those two together, and Itami arrives. Tag team match, it may seem. Kidd and Gabriel think this through, and we get the referee looking around, talking, and yes, this is our match, a scheduled first match, as announced by general manager in the company, William Regal. So we get to the match. How are we starting off? Well, Balor goes down in the 2 along with Itami, and Balor dive on the 2, and Itami hits a drop kick outside. Now Kidd is in charge and gets lots of chops after what Balor did with a few great chops, knowing for his just very strong strike chops. As mentioned by the commentators, Gabriel and Kidd get a reunion here with this tag team, competing at WrestleMania 28 as a tag team and fighting well together. I think that personally, Hideo Itami and just Finn Balor are working pretty well together as well, and dropkick from Gabriel and Kidd. After stylish kicks from Itami, we get a flying kick from Itami. Gabriel is continuing into a corkscrew, and Balor is tagged in, and back on Gabriel as they fight it out in the ring. And Balor and Itami start to work down the two others, Gabriel and Kidd, and then this is the part where we get to Balor on the top rope with that big old double stomp kick, I think it's called, after with the kick we saw last week, along with the double kick from Itami and Balor to end that match pretty impressively. We get the great crowd as you'd expect from what the hype was going into this. We get a video package 1 year ago from when Neville and Zayn came together for an NXT Championship match. A red arrow from Neville for the win. Neville has been champion for nearly a year, and Zayn is likely in basically coming back tonight and trying to take down the champion for the first time. Sasha Banks is up next with Becky Lynch alongside her versus Alexa Bliss, who won her first debut match against Alicia Fox. We get into the match with a powerful submission from Banks on Bliss. The strong holding on Banks hits a impressive submission after several minutes. The Bank statement, and wins the match and celebrates alongside Becky Lynch looking very determined indeed. Sasha Banks stands proud. Next up, we get Adrian Neville standing backstage saying that Zayn will be the one disputed tonight. No, Adrian Neville thinks he's going to win, obviously. And the Lucha Dragons are up next in a special treat. The NXT champions, as they are, featuring Sin Cara and Kalisto, take on Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. We saw Wesley Blake compete last week. We start off between the two, and we go 1-on-1. Murphy hits the other with Buddy Murphy. They know apparently to get stuck into the heat of the match. The tag team champions face Lucha Dragons, and this is one of the times where they are on stake with the championships. But not really, but the Dragons here quite compared to the Ascension in a way. We get a close encounters here, and dragons are flying around, but it seems that Blake and Murphy have taken charge and hit a close fall. Sin Cara uses his flying moves and lands all around the ring, completely destroying Blake. The atmosphere is great for this one, and we see Sin Cara end it all with some flying kicks, and on Murphy, he jumps into a flying senton move to end it. The Vonda are backstage in the black and white, saying the Lucha Dragons are congratulating the Lucha Dragons basically on their win tonight, and saying that as number one contenders, they are back in action and coming up soon. And Vonda Villains I'm very excited about. Adrian English and Simon Gotch will be coming up soon. And to say, basically, Lucha Dragons do not stand a chance. Finally, we get to our NXT Championship main event match. Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville, with a lot of hype going into this one. And this is one of the NXTs I've been looking forward to quite a lot. So we start off with close grappling here. Basically, a lot of fury, and Zayn on his way to the road to redemption, and has worked his way up to this NXT Championship. We get good chants, ole, 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 for Sami Zayn, and we start off with the actual wrestling. Zayn starts off very impressively, pumping and running and jumping, diving, but Neville escapes his way to the outside and looks on with formulating his decisions. He looks very clever indeed, and looks like he knows what he's doing in the ring. He's been in this position before, along with Zayn, and Zayn is just in there really pumped, and he is on the challenger's side. He wants this so badly, and it looks like Neville just not excited, but the crowd is on Zayn's side in this one. And back inside the ring, we get a quick cover from Neville as Neville takes Zayn down straight away. Rising to himself, Zayn gets back to his feet, and Neville gets back into it and works down Zayn with a headlock onto the ground. Up on their feet again, diving senton from Zayn to the outside. Wow, impressive. Neville gets onto the ground, and inside the ring, Zayn hits a move and near Neville, and it is a very close fall. Zayn hits two giant slams or whatever, suplexes, and hits a lovely flipping suplex, one of the highlights of the show. And we get this is awesome chance again. Zayn gets kicks and headlocks ensue, and we get to a roundhouses, pins, kicks, and all the likes. Neville goes for the red arrow and misses, hurting his knee on the way down, as we'll see in replay on Zayn. He's hurt. Referee holds up his hands in the X shape, but Neville gets to his feet in a quick pin attempt, which works, and he retains the championship. And we get the question, well, did he deserve to lose? Zayn, did he deserve to lose? Of course he didn't deserve to lose. This is one road to redemption that I'm sure is just the look on Zayn's face at the end of that. I don't know what he thinks at all, because this is just something that, oh my god, you can't really fathom how much work Zayn must have put into that one. And here he is on the wrong end of this stick, as I think. Neville with that quick close-up. Commentators drawn on who should have won this one, but there you go, Neville retaining the NXT Championship. Now let's look at NXT in full. So that was NXT. We got the great main event there. Lovely. Earlier on the night, we got a tag team match. With the Vondervillains commenting on just before the main event, and well on them to comment, because while not a great promo there, it still just pumps me up and just thinks, oh my god. Obviously far outweighing any of this moments, I just think that the beginning of the show with Finn Balor, the most exciting part for me, and I think the crowd were at their best in this one at the very beginning. Finn Balor on fire, just outshining even Hideo, Tommy, Tyson Kidd, and Justin Gabriel put together. Natalya there on the outside, not doing much there, but anyway, I won't comment on that much too much. No really thing going on with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch storyline yet, but we're going to see how that develops as we go on. Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake and the Lucha Dragons getting good response in their match, and overall, yeah, good match. Great sort of storylines descending and getting to their peaks, and I'm so curious to see what happens to Sami Zayn and Finn Balor in the future and all the rest. Thank you for watching. Go see my other videos. Goodbye.